Welcome to my channel Soul Yoga, and today's yoga sequence will help you to become flexible, strong, agile and focused. So let's fold our palms in Namaste and thank our sages, our rishis who created this beautiful sequence of yoga asanas and pranayam. Feeling the breath and getting centered. Couple of deep breaths, paying attention to your exhalations and inhalations. Now let's do some neck rotations. With every exhalation you bend forward and inhalation you bend back, loosening your neck muscles. And now try to touch the right ear with the right shoulder and relaxing your neck muscles, eliminating any tension and preparing for our yoga flow. Now let's do some neck rotations, clockwise and anti-clockwise. With every exhalation you bend forward and rotate, and with every inhalation you bend back. Now the opposite direction. Feel the stretch in your neck and relaxing your neck muscles. Rotate them, getting rid of any stiffness. And come to the center. Let's sit in Padmasana and do some waist rotations. You can also choose to sit in Sukhasana. And let's do some waist rotations. Exhale out and bend forward and rotate from the waist. As you inhale, you bend back. Go with the flow. You do rotations in clockwise and anti-clockwise directions. And now the opposite direction. Feeling the stretch as you bend forward. With the entire breath helping in moving the upper portion of the body. Now let's do some oblique stretches. Gently place your right elbow next to your side. Extend your left hand up. Look at the fingertips of the left hand and continue breathing, feeling the stretch in the lower back and the side oblique. Repeat to the other side and feel the stretch. And let's come to the center. Let's do some twists. Placing your left hand on the right knee. And let's repeat the other side. Feeling the twist in your waist. Now let's take a deep breath in, closing our eyes, extending our hands up the head like a mountain, the sitting mountain pose. And with every exhalation you try to stretch your spine further up, biceps touching the ears. And let's come back again to the center. Couple of deep breaths, getting centered. Release your legs. Now let's prepare ourselves for Bhujangasana. Placing your hands just beneath the shoulders, lift your upper portion up from the back, trying to touch the feet together on the yoga mat. Couple of deep breaths, and if possible, and if you can do it, stretch and straighten your hands, feeling the stretch. Now you may turn and look back at your feet. Come back to the center and tucking your feet. Now let's move to the Sethubandhasana, downward dog. Continue breathing, and let's repeat the Bhujangasana and then Adho Mukha Svanasana couple of times to feel the stretch and rejuvenate the body. Now you may come to the inverted V and try to touch the left hand to the right foot in the inverted V, and this time the right hand to the left foot and feeling the twist. Now come to dolphin. Place the elbows on the yoga mat. Continue breathing in the dolphin pose, planting your heels on the yoga mat. Now let's do a couple of strength building exercise in dolphin, and let's do the shoulder push-ups. Ensure that your feet are firmly on the yoga mat. Now let's come to Bhujangasana quickly. Come back again to Adho Mukha Svanasana, and let's do some downward dog push-ups. 2, 3, 4, 5. Keeping your hands straight, and then again moving to Bhujangasana. Now let's make fists, placing them beneath the groin, chin on the yoga mat, lifting both the legs up, joining the feet together, the locust pose, Salabhasana. Gently place your feet back. Now holding the ankles together, Dhanurasana, supporting yourself on the navel, and continue breathing. And relax. Release your legs. Hanumanasana, extending your hands above your head, face looking down like a Superman, lifting your legs, feet extended, supporting yourself on the navel, feeling the stretch in the lower back and the glutes. And this time you can clench your fists and stretch. And relax. Slowly get up and sit in child's pose, feeling the stretch in the spine. You may place your hands behind your body, gently on the feet, and relax your shoulders in child's pose. You may slowly get up. Sit in Vajrasana. Let me show you how you sit in Vajrasana. Placing both your feet under your hips and sitting in Vajrasana, feeling the stretch in the glutes, and placing your hands on your knees, sitting straight and tall. Now make fists behind and then bend forward. Couple of deep breaths and calm yourself and get centered. Coming back to the center. Let's come on all fours and prepare for some cat-cow poses and stretch our spine. As you breathe out, you relax your spine, and as you breathe in, pull up your spine as if somebody is pulling up from the top, the cat-cow pose. And as you relax your spine, and with inhalation, you are pulling your spine up and relaxing. A couple of more times. Feeling the stretch and twisting your spine further up to the ceiling or the sky. This will loosen up your spine and relax your back muscles. And from here, let's go back to the Swanasana, the downward dog pose. And now gently lift your right leg up straight and come to Warrior 1, Virabhadra 1. Both the feet in the same direction. The feet firmly planted on the yoga mat. And now a slight modification of Warrior 1, Virabhadra 1. You get your feet closer, and now this time you try to straighten your right leg. Try to straighten your right leg and feel the stretch in the left calf muscles and the ankle, left ankle. Let's move to Warrior 2, Virabhadra 2. There are so many mosquitoes and insects today out, but it's pretty breezy in the yoga flow. In Warrior 2, Virabhadra 2, you extend your feet, both the feet perpendicular to each other, and this time you can do the reverse warrior. Gently place the left hand on the right thigh and your right hand is extended up. Warrior 2, reverse Warrior 2, and come back to Warrior 2 again, Virabhadra 2. Let's do the side angle pose. Feeling the stretch in the obliques and the stretch in the right thigh. Clasping your hands below the right thigh, looking up. Extend your left hand above the right ear. And now let's quickly move to Warrior 3, Virabhadra 3. Here look, I am trying to get my balance out. I have not edited any portion in this video so that you know that these yogasanas can be perfected or mastered by anyone. And trying to perfect a yoga pose is not the idea, but try to focus on breathing and various body parts is that idea. Come back to the center after Virabhadra 3. Now let's move into Adho Mukha Svanasana, the downward dog pose or the inverted V. And this time let's lift the opposite leg, which is the left leg for my case. Coming to Warrior 1 or Virabhadra 1. Both the feet in the same direction. I've got flies and insects near the park. And from Warrior 1, I'm going to demonstrate a slight modification. Get your feet closer and straighten your left leg and try to put your weight or pressure on the right folded leg. Continue breathing. And from here, let's move to Virabhadra 2. The left thigh is now trying to make as parallel as possible to the yoga mat. Both the feet perpendicular to each other, a smiling face. And from here, let's go to the reverse warrior 2. You can place your right hand on the left thigh and feel the stretch in the obliques. And now let's move to the side angle pose to the left side. Let's clasp the hands below the left thigh and feel the stretch. Continue breathing. In the entire yoga sequence, you have to pay a gentle attention to your breathing. You can extend your right hand above the left ear. And let's move into warrior 2 Virbhadra 3, warrior 3 pose. To the left direction, to the other side, extending your hands and getting your spine completely straight. Body parallel to the yoga mat. And let's come back. Get centered. Couple of deep breathing. Let's go to the tree pose, Vrikshasana, to the left side. Gently place your right foot on the left inner thigh. And taking a deep breath in, either you can keep your palms on your chest or you can extend your hands above your head, looking straight at a focal point, getting centered. Gently come back. Now let's move quickly to Garudasana, the eagle pose, where you are trying to place your right foot behind your left calf and trying to sit in a chair. The left hand is twisted below the right, the eagle pose. This is a fantastic balancing pose. Coming back again to the center, closing your eyes, getting centered. Repeat the entire sequence of asana to the right side. My right side is slightly more weak than the left. But the idea of yoga is we make all attempts and try to master each pose. We do not judge. With complete relaxation and calmness of the mind, we continue with our poses. As you can see, I'm very relaxed. It's all right. And here we extend our hands up and continue breathing and try to get centered whenever we are stumbling. And from here, let me demonstrate the Garudasana, placing your left foot behind the right calf, and this time the right hand is below the left and we're twisting, trying to sit in a chair, the eagle pose, Garudasana, to the right side. Slowly come back. With regular practice, most of the yogasanas can be perfected. Let's sit in chair pose. This is a very strong pose for the thighs. Let me demonstrate to you how it looks from the side. Your touching your feet together, extending your hands up and sitting in chair. And this time we are gently placing the right ankle above the left knee, doing a namaste and sitting, looking straight up. And we are now cradling our right foot on the left elbow and the right knee to the right elbow and trying to stretch and straighten our left leg. Release your legs. Come back to downward dog or the Swanasana, the downward dog pose. Continue breathing. Perform all these asanas mindfully, paying attention to your inhalation and exhalations, leaving all the thoughts, worries away. Sit again in chair. We repeat this entire sequence to the right side. This is a little harder for me. The right side is always a challenging pose for me. The challenging side for me. Folding the left leg and placing the left ankle above the right knee. In this time I'm trying to hold my left leg, the left foot being cradled, and you can see that I'm really struggling. My corn, I have a corn in my right foot. It's not allowing me to get balanced. But I'm making all attempts. And I'm not even editing this portion. I'm still struggling. But that's alright. This is yoga. With a couple of breaths, the focus being on breaths and on our body posture, we try to relax. Yes, there it is. Sthiram Sukham Asanam. Stability in the pose. And you can relax, taking a deep breath in. And as we exhale, we bend forward. The insects and the small flies around making me itch. Okay, coming back to my forward fold and holding my toes. Couple of deep breaths. This time coming back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, the downward dog. Lifting your right leg up. And let's go to crescent pose from here. Gently place your left knee on the yoga mat and let us stretch our hands up like a crescent moon. You can flatten up your left foot on the yoga mat and feel the stretch. Relax. Let's move to pigeon pose, placing your right leg perpendicular to the body, feeling the stretch. Taking a deep breath in and folding forward. Pigeon pose. Continue breathing, paying special attention to the entire body. And now let's lift our left foot towards the body and feel the stretch in the left quadricep. Trying to place the left foot in the crook of the elbow, and here you're stretching. Now come back to the early position. The downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. This time lift your left leg up And let's repeat the entire sequence, the other side, the crescent pose. This time the right leg is behind, the right foot is flat on the yoga mat. And come back from crescent to pigeon pose. Feeling the stretch. And bend forward. Continue breathing. Relaxing your hip muscles wherever there is tension or stress. Just relax. Take a deep breath in and relax those muscles. And this time let's stretch our right quadricep by holding the right foot, and I'm trying to get the right foot in the crook of my elbow and extending and stretching the back. And releasing it out. Let's move to Gomukhasana, the hip stretch, placing the right knee above. The right knee is below the left knee. Holding both the hands and taking a deep breath in, good back, and then bend forward and feeling the stretch in the hips. You can place your elbows on the yoga mat. Repeating Gomukhasana, the other side. This time the right knee comes below the left knee. Bend forward, clasping your feet with your hands, and now placing your elbows on the yoga mat. Janusirsasana to the left side, extending your left leg ahead and placing your right foot on the inner left thigh, taking a deep breath in and bending forward, holding your left foot and relaxing in this asana. Sthiram Sukham Asanam. Let us get stable in each pose. You can slowly come back to the center. Let's repeat Janusirsasana, the other side. This time the right leg is extended, the left foot is on the right thigh. You take a deep breath in and bend forward. Continue breathing and relaxing in the pose. Slowly come back. Let's go to Kurmasana, the turtle pose. Spread your legs, fold them slightly and place your elbows beneath the knees. And let's bend forward and then straighten up your legs. Kurmasana, the turtle pose. Straighten your legs as much as possible, feeling the stretch in the spine. Continue breathing. Flatten up your legs. And slowly come back to the center, releasing your hands gently with no jerks. Paschimottasana, taking a deep breath in and extending and stretching your legs ahead in front of you. Bend forward. Paschimottasana. Holding your toes. And this time you're lifting your left foot, keeping the leg straight. And now I'm going to demonstrate to you how it looks. Place your left knee behind your left shoulder and stretch your leg behind. Trying to stretch and straighten the left leg as much as possible. Now let's repeat the entire sequence by lifting your right leg, holding the right foot, and this time the right knee is now behind the right shoulder and we are trying to straighten the right leg. The left bicep is behind your left ear. Feel the stretch in the left oblique and relax. Let's do Ustrasana, the camel pose, getting on all the fours and moving from the knees and now bending back. Holding your ankles and feeling the stretch in the spine. Slowly relax. Sit in Virasana. Sit between the flattened feet, and if possible you can lie down Supta Virasana the way I am showing by taking support of your elbows and hands and relax. After a couple of deep breaths, taking support of your elbows and hands, release your legs from Supta Virasana. Let's prepare ourselves by lying on the back for Sethubandhasana, the bridge pose. And from Sethubandhasana, let's move to wheel pose, the Chakrasana. First get on the toes and then flatten your feet on the yoga mat and feel the stretch in the lower back. And as you take position, you can move to the next level by stretching and extending your left leg straight up to the sky. Repeat the other side. And slowly come back on the yoga mat and relax. Couple of deep breaths. Feeling the energy tingling inside your body and the calmness settling down in your mind. Slowly come up. We're at the end of the Hatha Yoga sequence. We'll conclude it as is the usual practice in my yoga sessions. We'll have a pranayam round, a breathing technique to strengthen the inner organs. Sit in Padmasana or Sukhasana or any folded leg sequence. Let's do Nadi Shodhana Pranayam. Here I am demonstrating. You're closing the right thumb. You're closing the right nostril with the right thumb, and with left nostril you're inhaling, and then after inhaling for 4 counts you're closing your ring finger onto the left nostril and exhaling out with the right, gently placing the middle finger between the eyebrows. So inhale in with left, count of 4, exhale out with right, count of 4. Inhale in with right, count of 4, exhale out with left, count of 4. Inhale in with left, count of 4, exhale out with right, count of 4, and repeat the alternate inhalation and exhalations. Nadi Shodhana Pranayam. Continue. Pranayam sequence helps to calm yourself completely and get you centered. During anxiety, stress, pranayams will help you relax. Continue for a longer period of time if you have more time in hand. Here I conclude the Nadi Shodhana Pranayam and with folded palms of gratitude to my sages and gurus, I relax, keeping my eyes closed and lying down in Shavasana, the corpse pose, feet more than hip width apart and hands more than 6 inches apart, eyes closed, Shavasana. Subscribe to my channel.